This is Couples Court with the Cutlers.
This is the case of Drews versus Drews. You all have been together for 16 years. You've married, you've got 2 kids together, but the future of this family depends on what happens here today in this courtroom. Ms. Drews, you've initiated this case. Tell us why, please.
Because I feel my husband's cheating on me, and I just want to know what's going on. He's been distant. He's just don't talk to me, don't do nothing around the house no more, and I'm wanting to know why, and I'm wanting to know why all of it's going on.
Is he the man you married?
No.
He's a different person.
Yes, correct.
How does that make you feel?
It hurts. A lot of arguing.
A lot of arguing. So there's no peace in your home. And how long has it been that way? How long have you been living like this?
About 2 years.
Oh, wow. And I see the tears in your eyes. That has got to be overwhelming.
Yep.
Mr. Drews, your wife, your bride is standing here with tears in her eyes rolling down her face. What does that make you feel like?
I mean, it hurts. It's all usually starts over something's missing or something disappeared or it's not where she wanted it at, and instantly she starts blaming me. You had sex with somebody and you gave them my stuff, or you're giving them my belongings. It started, I lost a good job and I kind of went through it. I was depressed, just didn't really do nothing. I slept all the time, laid on the couch, didn't do nothing. I was out of work for about a month and a half, and that's when it all started. We had some girl and she was a little on the friendly side from what we heard, and I constantly got accused of her every time Donna went somewhere.
So, all these accusations, do you deny them?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so you say you have not been cheated?
I have not. No, there's no way. I got a family, there's no way. There's nothing in the world that would make me do that. I love my family, I love my kids, I love my wife. I wouldn't jeopardize it.
All right, but there has to be something that gave you a clue, Miss Drews, that something was going on. What were the things that made you go,
I found a shirt in my house, in my basement, in my laundry. That was not my shirt, or my kids' shirt, or my friends' shirts.
So whose shirt was this?
It's her friends' kids from where they came over to go swimming.
No.
And they changed clothes in our boys' room, and they just threw their shirt down, and it got in their dirty clothes. Her friend even said to me it was her kids, but then she turns around and tells Donna it wasn't. So it's her friend was trying to start stuff between us. It's the only explanation.
And you obviously, Miss Drews, did not find that to be true.
No, because I was with my friend that day.
And that was your first red flag that something's going on here, potentially.
Correct.
Have you seen any other red flags?
The bodily fluid on my bed, on his side of the bed.
Bodily fluid?
Yes.
Okay, what did you find and how did you find it?
We had just moved in a couple months before that, and my friend had called me up and was like, how'd you do your bedroom? How'd you finish up your bedroom? I was like, well, why don't you come over and see it? So, you know, you would like pull your blanket back and go to look, like go to show him, because you had just slept there. So I pulled it back to go show him. And when I pulled it back, there was a spot on his side, like on the edge of his bed, right there, about that big.
Okay.
Of blood. And I'm like, that's not from me.
Okay.
And you think that this came from him having sex with another woman?
Yeah.
In your brand new bedroom?
Right.
Brand new sheets?
Right, correct.
Nice.
Mr. Drews, did you have an explanation as to why this stain was there?
I do construction, and I took about 5 blows to the shin one day at work from skids and all that, and I had a big old gash in my leg, and it wouldn't heal for several months. And it was constantly oozing, the scab was constantly getting pulled off.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was gross.
But I'm still trying to give you the benefit of the doubt. Ms. Drews, you believe it was from him being with another woman in your bed.
And that's false.
What else has happened to make you think
I've
he's cheating?
had things come up missing.
All right, tell me about this.
At our old place, there was a pair of shoes came up missing, sandals of mine. And then when we moved to the new place, another pair came up missing. I've had polishes come up missing. I've had all kinds of things.
What kind of
Nail polish?
Yeah.
Her one friend even called her. This is about 3
Wait a minute, hold on.
We're going to get to you. Nail polish, 2 pair of shoes, anything else?
I mean, people lose shoes off.
Tampons. I've had tampons come up missing at my house. I've had all kinds.
Favorite products?
People don't use
clips, all kinds of stuff.
Ms. Drews, you seem, I mean, just convinced that he is cheating,
not right.
that he's had women in your house. Why? I mean,
because he's did it before. It's been a long time.
He's done it before.
Yes.
He had.
Years ago when I got past it, you know, I moved on.
What happened?
But He had messed around, but we got past it, and I had too, but we got past
When
it.
you say messed around, I mean,
In my house. So
When
I
we'd
just
get into
felt-
arguments, she would take off. She'd go do
I
her
would leave.
thing, and I would do my thing.
and your thing was having
my
women
house.
in your house?
I had an affair one time in our house with somebody that we know, yes. But
Okay.
you know, I mean, it happened, and we both
Okay.
agreed to forgive. I forgave her for what she did, and she forgave me for what we
Yes,
did,
and we've
we
moved
moved on. 5 years after we start the family, this stuff happens because stuff starts disappearing.
But here's the thing, Miss Drews, you are convinced that he's cheating now.
Yes,
There is a past history
correct.
of
With
cheating.
my friend.
So, because of this history of him cheating in the past in the home with a friend,
Correct.
you believe that Mr. Drews is bringing women to your house cheating.
Yes, yes.
Mr. Drews, and you're adamant none of this is going
there's
on.
No way. I go to work and I come home, and every time I'm at the house, I'm always with my kids.
How do you explain these missing items?
Well, the one pair of flip-flops or sandals, whatever, that came up missing, her one friend called her and even said that her other friend's the one that took them, that she'd seen her wearing them and even described them exactly how they were, right?
That was one pair.
Yeah, one pair. And she
All right.
knows it's her friend's, but for some reason she just keeps blaming me.
Well, is it possible that he's messing with any of your friends?
That's what I even thought too. Maybe it's somebody close to me. I've even thought that.
Has anything else occurred to make you think he's cheating?
Tapping on the window. I heard sound like a nail.
What is it? What does it
Tapping
sound
on my
like?
window, like a nail, like on the glass window of my
Okay.
house. I
Okay,
heard
like
that.
a fingernail.
Yeah, I said something to him. He's like, "Oh, it's nothing." He blew it off.
You're leaving out a
Okay.
key part of the story.
All right,
Okay,
hold on, Mr.
hold on,
Drews. I'm gonna
Mr.
give you a
Drews.
chance to respond, but I want to hear. So you heard some
Well,
tapping on the window. You
Yes.
didn't think
I
anything
said
of
something.
it.
He blew it off. So
Okay.
I just said, "Forget it." Never said no more about it. But then I'm laying in bed one night, and my sons come to him and tap him up and wake him up and say, "Somebody's tapping on the window."
So you think the tapping on the window is what?
Maybe for him, and that's why he didn't tell me.
Like some woman coming to tap on the
I'm
window?
wondering.
Who would
Yeah.
do
You all live on a first
Yes.
floor? Okay, because I'm like,
Yeah.
is somebody climbing a ladder to make this happen?
No, we
Okay.
live on a one-story, like ranch-style house.
A ranch-style house.
Yes.
So tip.
Tip. Exactly.
Mr. Drews, that's pretty bold if a woman's coming to
That's
tap
what
on
I
your
heard.
every
Yeah,
window
But it
at
is.
night.
That's why I was.
And you would think
that's no,
he'd
it's
know
not
which
me 'cause
window
of
to
that.
tap. You know,
And
if
why
you
would I
do it
tell
all
someone
the-
to come tap on the window for me if I am having an affair? Why would I do that?
That's
Yeah,
the
I'm a deep
million-dollar
sleeper.
question, because every day somebody comes in here and I'm like, that was dumb. So
And they still do it, right?
they still do it.
Right.
So the fact that it's dumb or doesn't make any sense, that fits right here.
Yep.
Right.
Right in here. Okay, so tell us why you think they're here and tapping on your window.
When we first moved into our new place, we moved all the kids' bicycles, our gas grill, our charcoal grill, underneath our kids' windows. And it was covered by like a canopy tarp. There was no way no one could get to the window to tap on it.
That's
Okay,
There's
but
a wood
no.
fence on the one side. You couldn't get to it. I'm 100% for sure it was no person knocking on the window.
Then why
So
don't
you're just not gonna admit that it was a person.
I don't think it was. I really don't.
okay, all right.
Is there anything else that makes you think that Mr. Drew's is cheating?
I found a fingernail at my doorstep?
We back to the
Fingernail?
tapping, a fingernail.
A fingernail, yes, a fake fingernail, like this one right here.
A little press-on nail.
Yeah.
And you don't wear
my rug.
press-on nail?
No,
Where'd you find it?
in front of my door.
Okay, so Mr. Drews, whose nail is this?
I have no clue. It's either got to be from the people that used to live in our house. That's the only thing.
Tap, tap, tap.
Because she
This
found
don't
it
make
right
no
before.
sense.
She found it like
It
the
don't.
4th or 5th day we moved in.
No.
Which is consistent because she
With
said
the
the
tap,
tapping
tap,
was like the
tap.
third day you
But that
moved
was in
in.
front of the house, not the back of the house. The tapping was at the back of the house,
Yes, it
not
was
the
at the
front.
back of the
Well,
house.
if you
But it
gonna
ain't like they
tap
can't
and
go to
ain't
the
nobody
front.
answer, you gonna go all the way around the house. You ain't gonna tap, 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 tap.
But if the nail was going to fall off, wouldn't the nail have been in the back?
After all that tapping, the nail just gave up and said, I'm gonna fall off.
Now, what will happen if you find out he is cheating? What is at stake?
Our marriage?
You will be done.
Yes, I don't want to live like that.
I wouldn't want to live like that, so I wouldn't do it.
But you all have been together for 16 years. You have a family together.
It's I feel
Trust
like I've
part.
been through, yeah. a lot of mental, like he's been playing mind games with me about it.
So you have
That
all
part right
a family at stake, 16 years of living together and being together, having survived an issue before in the past. All of it's at stake today.
Yep.
And you are trying to resolve this tension you've been living with for 2 or 3 years.
This court has done a full and a complete investigation to get to the bottom of these allegations. At this time, the court will call a certified polygraph examiner, Michael Williams, to determine, is he cheating? Ron, please report Mr. Williams in.
Michael Williams.
Good day, Mr. Williams. How are you?
I'm doing fine, Your Honor. How are you?
I'm doing good. It's good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Would you state your credentials, please, for the court?
I'm a retired federal agent with over 25 years of law enforcement experience. I'm currently a certified polygraph examiner for the state of Georgia, and I'm also a licensed private detective.
Before you ask that question, I'm watching Mr. Drews. I gotta ask you, is there anything that you want to get off your chest?
I had an issue with one of the questions from when we knew each other was cheating. I didn't like the way it was phrased. I'm pretty sure that it was before we got married, but I never had sex with nobody besides the one you know about. But I did fool around once.
So are you trying to precondition us for the answer?
I'm admitting to a time back before the one thing happened. Other than that, I'm fine with all the other questions. I'm good.
All right, well, we need to jump into it. Is there anything else you need to confess?
Nope, that's it.
All right, we've not had the precondition of before the polygraph.
Okay, I'm just telling you on that question.
That one question, it might be something, but it really wasn't because I wasn't and it was.
Because it
That
sounds
was
like
why we
you're trying
both
to...
were doing our own thing. You know what I
Okay.
mean? While we was arguing.
All right, well, Mr. Williams, let's get to the question. You asked Mr. Drews, have you given any of the items your wife says were missing to anyone with whom you've had sexual contact? What was his response to that question?
Your Honor, he answered no.
What did the lie detector determine?
The lie detector determined he was being truthful.
Told you. Told you.
You also asked Mr. Drews, when your wife found a bodily fluid stain on the bed sheets, was that stain from you having sexual intercourse with anyone other than your wife? What was his response?
Your Honor, he said no.
What did the lie detector determine?
On this particular question, the lie detector determined he was being truthful.
Ms. Drews' arms are not unfolded yet. So
I see that.
that's a classic sign of I don't believe.
I'm
No,
waiting.
I'm
waiting to the end.
Not convinced yet.
Right. You asked Mr. Drews, since you've been married, other than what your wife already knows, have you had sexual intercourse or physical sexual contact with anyone other than your wife? What was his response?
Your Honor, he said no.
What did the lie detector determine?
The lie detector determined he was being truthful.
Told you. I didn't marry you to mess it up.
And the tears that we're seeing now, those tears of relief and happiness that he has not been cheating on you, that he's been telling you the truth. Are you ready to move past this now?
Yes, I am.
Is there anything you want to say to Mr. Drews?
I'm sorry.
I'm just glad we got it over with. Maybe we can move on now. Because I'm tired of fighting. It's got to go.
I get it.
Ms. Drews,
I am too.
I think that even though, even though you say, Ms. Drews, that you put the past behind you, I think it's been lingering like a ghost, and you've given shape to that ghost. And I think that you really are going to have to work intentionally on giving him space and giving him the room to know that you're trusting. Now, and Mr. Drews, I see you relieved. You're shedding tears. You're gonna have to give her a lot of grace. It's gonna be real easy for you to become bitter.
I've checked out. I admit I've checked out sometimes. It's because of the constant fighting. You know, I come home.
Yeah.
I don't want to do nothing to improve the household when all I'm going to do is turn around and get screamed at and yelled at and accused of something I'm not doing. So what's the point of working on something if I know it's just going to get destroyed?
You all have been together for 9 years. You're married. You have 2 children together. And you are previously appeared in this court when Mr. Williams, you were accused of cheating.
That's correct, Your Honor. And you know, I actually passed with flying colors, as she knows, you know what I'm saying? Yep.
And now you are the one accusing your wife of cheating.
That's
Is that correct?
That's correct.
You've initiated this case. Tell us why.
I know she's cheating. I have several reasons. She goes to school.
Okay.
Now, usually the school is about 15 to 20 minutes away from the house. Okay. She leaves maybe 15 to 20 minutes before she has to be in class, usually. Since we've come from the court, she's leaving sometimes 2 hours, sometimes an hour and a half to go to school.
All right.
I study at the library. I study at the library. Yeah, I have Your Honor, I have a 4.0 GPA. I have straight A's.
All right, I ain't mad at you.
I just want to study out of the house so that I can have some quiet time. Sometimes I don't want to do my assignments in the house.
I'm presuming, Mr. Williams, you think she's leaving early to go be with some man.
It's obvious, Your Honor. Obviously a classmate, some random guy.
And you're saying none of this is happening. I'm there doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm making A's.
Right, and that's my proof. Like, I have straight A's. He see my grade, Your Honor. Like, I'm a great student. I have a 4.0 GPA.
I give you
like
that.
I
I'm not
said,
gonna say
I've
you're not
got
a
2
good student.
scholarships.
But Ms. Williams, there are probably a lot of A students who are on scholarship who are cheating on their significant others. I mean, I can't say just because you're a good student means you're not cheating. And, you know, his concern is these red flags are going on, and you've already accused him of cheating before, and he passed his test. It showed that he wasn't cheating. But now he's seeing those signs in you that you're cheating. So what do you have to say about that?
I'm not cheating on Timothy, on my husband. I'm not. There was things that led up to him believing that I'm cheating,
Yeah,
but it's not anything to do with
Not to cut you.
Mr. Wells, let me ask you this. Okay, if she is cheating, what does that mean for your marriage?
That's it. Like, I put too much time into this. I'm not cheating, obviously. I've proven that. Like, I'm a good dude. Like, and I feel like I deserve to be with somebody good. Like, so I'm not gonna tolerate for nobody cheating on me, and I'm done. Like, for real. I'm not joking. Like, for real.
Here's the thing, Mr. Williams. I can understand why you would be concerned, but what she provided in terms of a response makes sense. So are there any other warning signs that you've seen?
I mean, it makes sense to a certain extent because she was guilty, which is the reason she wanted me to come to court and take the lie detector test, which I passed in the first place.
You know, we always talk about, you know, sometimes you're projecting your behavior on your significant other, your spouse.
That's right.
So in your mind, maybe in the back of your brain, and you correct me if I'm wrong, you're thinking the reason you were doing all this pointing is
because you were cheating in the first place. And now your conscience is eating at you. You feel guilty, so now you gotta try to rationalize it in your mind like, you know what, or you might feel like you deserve something to happen to you because of what you know you're doing.
No, absolutely not. I have not physically cheated on Tim. Like, I have not.
Well, let me ask, Mr. Williams, so why do you think she's cheating now?
I have proof that she's cheating, Your Honor.
Okay.
Well, I ain't go that far. 99% proof that she's cheating.
That's pretty good
Now,
proof.
all right, I'm in Las Vegas. We plan to move to Vegas. I had an opportunity to work out there. I'm designing swimming pools. So I'm out there, basically, she stayed in Virginia. I'm in Vegas, making everything happen.
Okay.
I go in her email. I was snooping, I ain't even gonna lie. I'm not even an insecure snooping type dude, but I knew something wasn't right, so I started snooping. You know what I'm saying? I look at the email, and sure enough, she went to an amusement park with some dude. I got proof of it right here. And you don't just go to an amusement park.
Would you please get that item for?
You don't just go to an amusement park with some dude I don't know, not your cousin, your friend, your relative.
No, that's not, no.
Hold on, let's take a look at this. All right, so what we have here are
Probably one
tickets to an amusement park.
One has your name on it,
Yeah.
and one has another man's name on it, and it is not Timothy Williams.
Definitely not my name.
We were on a
That's
break.
what guilty people do.
We were on a break.
Well, Ms. Williams, are you sure that what was at the amusement park is not the only thing you were riding?
Thank you, Your Honor.
No, Your Honor, no.
Yeah.
Me and the man that I went to the amusement park with, we were only friends. I knew him when I first moved there from high school. He's from my high school.
Your Honor, she told me she didn't even know this person, first of all. She told me some dude she met. So you contradicting your own story right now, like in court. Like
Okay, wait a minute. Hold on. I saw only 2 tickets. Is that all that went, you and the friend?
Yes.
Okay, do you see why this doesn't smell right?
Yeah, I do, Your Honor. I understand, but first of all, he paid for his own ticket, so it wasn't a date. He didn't pay for me and I didn't pay for him. It wasn't a date. We were just 2 friends going to the amusement park.
Okay, that's a date. I hate to break it down to you like that. You might not call it a date, but everybody in America is gonna call that a date.
Thank you. Thank you. That's a fact.
Is that the only time you've been out with this person?
Yes, but
What
we
if I
did.
went somewhere with somebody on an amusement park date? How would you feel?
I would be upset.
Okay, then, so
I
I'm
would be
upset.
upset.
So you understand how he feels?
Yeah, I understand, but we were on a break. But I do understand
You-
that he would be upset.
There's something
You do
else. This is not the
understand
only
that
thing.
marriage doesn't have a break. Right. That's
Well,
you
the
know,
break was his idea.
you don't get a break in marriage. You get a break when you date. But once y'all say we do.
Speaking of dating.
Okay,
so,
tell me about
all
the
right,
dating.
2 weeks after we come from court.
Okay, 2 weeks from
After
here.
we come from couples court, I'm going through her phone to send a message. I mean, to send me myself some pictures. I'm honestly not snooping at this
You're
point.
going through
Okay.
her phone to send yourself
I had some
pictures.
pictures. She got a better camera than I do.
Okay.
I'm on the phone. Notification pop up. It's an app I never seen before, whatever. Go to the app. Sure enough, it's a dating app.
A dating
A
app?
whole dating app.
Okay.
She claims she's just being social, whatever. So I look into the app. Some dude is messaging her, but it's not just one message. You know how you can look through the thread? You looking through the thread and it's multiple messages where you could tell as they were talking. He's saying things like, yes, I'm single. Yes, I can be trusted. I believe in loyalty. I want to start a family eventually with the right person. This is the type of stuff they was talking about, y'all.
And she's
What was her
responding to
say? What did
He
she
deleted
say?
her part of the messages, but it's clear that he was not just talking to himself. He was going too deep into detail to be talking to himself.
And this is all in her inbox.
Yep, and then it's
It's
another.
on her dating app.
It's in a dating app. And on this, she's telling the dude she's single. Now
First of
deny
all,
that.
no,
Please deny
no.
that.
Okay, wait a minute.
Williams,
Go
all
ahead,
right.
love.
Ms. Williams,
Please deny that.
first of all, why are you in a dating app if you're married?
Oh, Your Honor, when, like I said earlier, before we came to court the last time, when I thought Timothy was cheating on me,
Okay.
I felt like he was doing his own thing. He was always gone. I was finding suspicious things in his car. So I was like, if you're doing you, I'm not gonna sit here heartbroken anymore. I'm gonna do me.
This was after. This was
Yeah,
after
he
we even
found the
left.
messages after we got back from court because I did delete my messages and I thought I deleted the app, but all those messages were from previously when I thought
Yo.
that he was cheating on me before we appeared in court the first time.
Okay, but let me get this straight. The bottom line is, you were on these dating apps because you thought he was cheating.
Right,
So you were getting out ahead. You were gonna get your petty on before you even knew.
right.
Let me ask you something. I'm gonna ask you the hard question. Because you thought Mr. Williams was cheating, did you in fact cheat?
Not physically.
Not physically.
No.
So how did you cheat?
What does that mean?
I do believe in emotional cheating. I
Yes.
feel like if you're talking back and forth with someone, you're getting personal with them, you guys might talk about like explicit things. I think that's a form of cheating.
Okay.
Okay, and you
That's
did
what
that?
sounds like what
Yes.
you were doing.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Okay.
This is no.
So you not only were getting to know somebody, y'all had some what I would call intimate conversations.
Yeah, and I admitted that to
you did not admit. You
I did tell you
did
that we
not
were-
tell me you was having intimate conversations. You was sitting there.
what
trying
did
to
she
deny.
tell you?
She just blows up and try to turn it around. You doing this, just switches it around instantly, which I can't even really get a word in edgewise.
Have you seen anything or heard anything? Anybody told you,
know what's
anything
the
about
crazy
her
part,
cheating?
Your Honor? That's the crazy part about it. Now, her friend was staying with us for a little while. You know, her best friend basically.
Okay.
Her friend comes to me and tells me you need to watch out for her. Not in no like make sure she's okay kind of way. Like you need to keep your eyes on her because she might be doing something.
Why are you even talking to her? Like,
She
All
told
right.
me. Like,
Well, here's the thing. We need to hear more from the best friend.
Okay.
And she's here.
wow.
Rod, would you bring her in?
Y'all are crazy. Put yourself out. I don't see how you get out of this one. All right, we ain't gotta even do this.
We get ready to find out
She-
all these
she gotta
questions.
go.
I didn't cheat.
Would you state your name, please, for the court?
My name is Alyssa Courts.
Courts.
Yes.
Ms. Courts is here testifying in court.
Okay,
Yeah.
how about that?
All right. Ms. Courts, what is your relationship to Mr. Williams and Mrs. Williams?
Me and Chyna have been friends for 15 years.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Mr. Williams, I just recently met him about a year or two ago, so.
And you stayed with him for a period of time?
I did, last year.
Okay.
Now, when you say you're friends, are you just like, friends, kind of like best friends? What's your nature of your friendship with Miss Williams?
We were like sisters.
Oh.
Yeah,
That's
really
like close friends.
Yeah.
Okay, so you are like her sister. You're telling her husband she needs to watch out for her.
I did.
I'm a good dude.
I did.
Good dude. Okay.
So let me ask this. What information do you have that's important to this case?
Last year, February, when I went to stay with Chyna, we went to the club. She asked me if I wanted to go, so I told her, yeah, we could go. And we had a few drinks and we were dancing, having a good time. So she went off and was dancing with some guys. I was like, well, I'm ready to leave. And she said she was not ready. She told me, so I left and I went back to the house and I stayed there.
Wow.
That's what we do.
So I stayed up for like an hour and a half to see if she would text me or call me or if she was gonna come make it safe, anything. I never heard anything from her, and then the next day it was like everything was normal. Like we didn't have a conversation about it, there was nothing.
That's a lie.
You said she was dancing with some man. Do you think she left with a man or?
Honestly, I don't know whether she left with the man or not, but we went together, so we should have left together.
That's crazy. Like, you're supposed to be my friend.
How about that?
Hold on. And was that what made you decide you need to tell Mr. Williams heads up?
I did, and the reason I did because at the end of the day, friend or no friend, sister or no sister, right is right and wrong is wrong.
Straight up.
And
But
I felt like that was wrong. I mean, there's a lot of women looking for good men, and it's hard to come by a good man, and you have one, and then this is
Big
what
fact.
you do.
But
so,
your loyalty is supposed to lie with me.
And I was about to say, I mean, to me,
That's right.
this speaks volumes.
And I know y'all allowed to take the test work. I took it. I know the truth came out. You feel
And
me?
it's about
So-
to come out again because
Like-
I'm not.
Well, clearly there's still some unresolved issues, but this court has done a full and complete investigation. At this time, the court will call licensed and certified polygraph examiner Dave Lawrence to determine
Please do.
Is she cheating?
Please.
Please report, Mr. Lawrence.
Dave Lawrence.
How are you, Mr. Lawrence?
This is fine, ma'am. How are you?
I'm good. It's good to see you again.
Same to you.
And you conducted a polygraph examination on Mrs. Williams, correct?
I did, Your Honor.
You asked Mrs. Williams, did you have sexual intercourse with either of the men from the dating apps your husband found you messaging with? What was her response to that question?
She said no, Your Honor.
What did the lie detector determine?
The lie detector determined that she was being truthful.
Thank you.
That's just the beginning.
You also asked Mrs. Williams, since you've been married, have you had sexual intercourse with anyone other than your husband? What was her response?
She said no, Your Honor.
What did the lie detector determine?
The lie detector determined she was being deceptive.
Knew it.
Ms. Williams?
I haven't.
Of course. This is what I expect. She's never gonna say it.
You asked Mrs. Williams, since being married, have you had sexual intercourse with the man you took to the amusement park? What was her response?
She said no, Your Honor.
What did the lie detector determine?
The lie detector determined that she was being deceptive.
Yo, I'm not getting no more relationship.
You know,
So you were riding
That's
more
it.
than what was at the amusement park.
This is crazy. That's how we rocking? That's how we doing though, for real though?
Miss Williams, I gotta say this. The entire time that he was talking, it just looked like guilty was stamped on your forehead.
Obviously.
So I see you kind of nodding your head a little bit. Are you admitting
saying, exactly.
that you had sexual intercourse with the man from the amusement park?
Yes. Is that a yes?
Now,
Yes.
I don't even care no more.
Do you have anything that you want to say to Mr. Williams at this point?
I'm saying, hey, passing test. You don't gotta say nothing to me. I'm gonna keep.
I'm sorry. Like, I hope that you want to work things out. Like,
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
I'm just speechless.
Well, I don't know why you're speechless. You knew you had.
I guess when it comes to our relationship, I'm kind of insecure. So I felt like he was just doing things out there in Las Vegas. And plus, we had gotten a few arguments.
There's a difference between taking responsibility and making excuses.